there. So today I'm going to be trying the 1-2-3 gel method, and it was created by Honest Liz. She's, I guess, on both YouTube and Instagram, but Instagram is actually where I saw it, so I'll put a link to her information down below. But I've kind of been curious about this and I thought I would give it a try. If you're new here, hi, my name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those 20 years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. So as I said, I'm gonna go ahead and give the 1-2-3 gel method a try. I've never layered that many gels before. I have layered gels before. Mostly I cocktail them by mixing them together in my hand and putting them on my hair. And I've done that with different gels. Like I'll do it with a thinner gel and a thicker gel to kind of get the consistency I want, or a gel that has certain properties and another gel that has other properties that I like, and then I mix them together and kind of custom create my own gel. And I've done that with the Curlsmith In Shower Style Fixer, and then I've mixed that with the Aqua Gel, the Curlsmith Aqua Gel. So I've successfully mixed those two together. But in this, I am definitely going to try layering gels and see how that works. And I think this method was actually started as a way to kind of deal with humidity. And granted, I live in a dry climate, so humidity is not something I have to deal with a whole lot. However, we are now currently experiencing some humidity, and we do have rain in the forecast, so this is a good time to try it out. And I will also show you how it holds up for days 2 and day 3, just like I do with my reviews, so that we can see if it's really worth layering on 3 different gels to try to get longevity out of your hairstyle. So I'm starting off with freshly washed hair, and I used InnerSense Hydrating Hair Bath and the Hydrating Conditioner. And then I used for a leave-in the Curlsmith Oil and Cream Leave-In Conditioner. Then I'm gonna be putting in one of my favorite curl creams, the Bounce Curl Avocado and Rose Curl Cream. For my gels, I'm gonna use the Bounce Curl Light Cream Gel, Rizzo's Curls Light Hold Gel, Biolage Gelée or Gelée. You know, I've been using this stuff for almost 30 years and I still don't know how to say it the right way. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna be using this as well. And I'm gonna be putting it in that order. My reason for doing it is because this is a firmer hold, so I'm gonna put it at the end to just kind of help seal everything all in there. And I'm gonna put this in after the cream because of all the protein that's in there. This does not have any protein that's in there, and these are both lighter hold gels, and I really like them. And even though they're lighter hold and I normally like a firm hold gel, I do actually like the hold on these. Not this one as much as this one, but I still kind of like it. This one just doesn't get me as many days. This one actually has pretty decent hold for a light hold gel. And then this one is a good firm holding gel that gets me several days. So I thought I would just kind of mix it up and then, you know, play around with the protein and the moisture. So that was the reason for my choices here. And I know that there's like a multitude of different choices. You can basically choose anything. But this is just what I decided to choose and why I decided to go with it. I am gonna go ahead and use the same styling technique that I always do, just because I wanna see if it's the method that's gonna cause the results and not necessarily the technique. So if I get really amazing results, then I know that it's because of the method, because of the layering of the gels and potentially the gels that I chose, and not the styling technique that I used. So this is kind of my way of isolating it to see if what I'm testing is what's going to give me those results. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with my Bounce Curl Cream, and then I'm gonna do my brush styling technique like I normally do. So I'm going to apply this, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the brush styling like I normally do, where I bring it out 90 degrees from my head, and I actually first I brush it out and away vertically just to smooth it all out. Then I go underneath and I turn it under to get some tension, and then shake it and toss it back. And I section my hair off into 3 sections, so I go ear to ear, then I have the middle section and then the top section. So I'm gonna continue doing this all the way around my head. Then I'll do the middle section the same way, pulling out to the side, and then I'll do the top section same way, but pulling straight up off of my head and letting it fall. I don't really do a part so much, except for just this small little bit up front. The rest of it I let fall however it's going to fall. So after I get this applied, I will show you the application of the gels one after the other. Now that the curl cream is all applied, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the first gel, and that's the Bounce Curl Light Cream Gel, like old cream gel. And I'm gonna put in about that much for each section. Since I'm layering, I don't really wanna put in the normal amount that I typically do with gel, because that would just be a ton of gel if I did that with each and every gel. So I will put in significantly less. Again, same again on the other side. And then I'm gonna put about that much underneath. I'm just gonna flip forward and scrunch. Okay, so time for gel number 2. And I'm gonna do the same thing and roughly the same amount. A blob like that on each side, and then a blob for the back, and a blob for underneath where I flip my head upside down, glaze it over, scrunch it in, and call it good. Okay, and time for the final amount of gel, and put in a blob. And this one I'm going to really make sure that I kind of glaze over the top up there, just because this is the Farmer Hold gel that's going to help hold down some of that new growth and flyaway type hair up there. Same size blob, other side. Now that I have all 3 gels applied, I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse my hair, and then I'll be back to show you the results. And then I will also check in on days 2 and day 3, and I will not refresh my hair so that you can see how this all held up without any interference with me. So very similar to how I do my review videos. So I'm gonna diffuse and I'll be right back. I'm done diffusing and my hair is completely dry, so I will show you before I do any scrunching out the crunch. And you can see that there is a very minimal amount of frizz up here, and I don't really have too much of a cast, maybe just a very slight cast. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Verb Ghost Oil like I normally do. 1 pump, and then I smooth it over the top, and then I start to scrunch. Here is my scrunched and fluffed hair, and it looks really good. I've got some nice defined curls, and the shine, like I'm seeing a lot of shine here, and my hair feels really good. So it doesn't feel too weighed down with product, although I did adjust the amounts of gels that I was using. So I wasn't using as much of each one of the gels as what I normally would, because I was layering 3 different ones. So my hair overall feels really good, not product-y, and I've got some nice kind of bouncy, light, fluffy curls, which both the Bounce Curl Gel and the Rizzo's Curls Gel tends to do for me. And then the Biolage is definitely my more firm holding gel. So I'm hoping to get some longevity out of this over the next few days, and hopefully we'll get some, as much as I hate humidity, and I hate saying hopefully we get some humidity, because that's not something I ever hope for. However, for the purposes of testing, I am willing to sacrifice my comfort to hope for humidity so that I can test how this does in humidity. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for today. So here we are on day 2, and I'll give you a close-up of the frizz. And the amount of frizz that I have is pretty similar to what I typically do. I mean, my curls look really good. They're still really bouncy and defined, and you know, they're still there. I don't have really stretched out or smashed down curls. All I've done is taken my bonnet off and just let my hair settle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a shake and see if we can get a little more volume out of this. And that definitely gave me a little bit more volume. It did kick up a little bit more frizz, as you can see. I don't know. So as of right now for day 2, I really don't feel like my hair looks any different on day 2 than if I were to use each one of these gels individually, or if I were to just use like what I normally do for a styling technique or method or whatever, where I just use a curl cream and a gel. So as of right now, I'm not seeing a huge difference here. Maybe day 3 will show me something different, or maybe this is something that works better in high humidity. Although given the amount of frizz that I have and the humidity that we do have, I don't think so. I suppose it could be the gels that I chose, maybe some other gels. But as of right now, I'm really not seeing a huge difference between what I'm seeing now and how I normally do my hair and just using a curl cream and a gel, or mixing a couple of gels together. And honestly, I think I could achieve these same results just using like the Bounce Curl gel with the Biolage gel. In fact, I might even get better results because I would use a little bit more of the Biolage gel because I wouldn't have that other gel in between there. So I don't know, like I said, maybe it's just the gels that I chose, but as of right now, I'm not seeing a huge difference. I mean, my hair looks good, but I don't see that much of a difference to make me think that this is, you know, a really good go-to method for me. So we'll see what it looks like tomorrow on day 3. Maybe that's when I'll really see some results. I'll hold off judgment until then, and I will check back in with you tomorrow and I'll let you know what I think of my day 3 and give you my concluding thoughts. So it's day 3, and the only thing that I've done with my hair is taken it out of the bonnet and just let it settle. So I'm gonna give you a close-up of the frizz, and as you can see, I definitely have more frizz than what I did yesterday. And then looking at the curls that I have, I still have some nice defined and clumped curls, and over here I've got some clumps and spirals going on. So overall, I mean, my curls look pretty decent. I'm just gonna go ahead and give my hair a bit of a shake to see if I can get some volume and break up some of those super clumps that I tend to get. So that definitely kicked up a little bit more frizz, but it also gave me a little bit more volume. It broke up those clumps. And overall, I'd say that my curls look pretty good. They're still really bouncy and springy and lightweight. And overall, they held really well. I don't have really too many stretched out or smashed down curls at all. So I'm pretty happy with how everything held up. However, I don't feel like this looks a whole lot different than what my hair looks when I use products that I know are going to hold my hair really well and get me to day 3. And I definitely have quite a few of those that I don't need to use 3 gels layered to get me there. I can just use a curl cream and a gel and have the same results. And maybe this works better in higher humidity. However, it has been humid lately. We've been getting rain off and on. Not a lot, but it's there. And I do have quite a bit of frizz considering that it isn't super high humidity. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused about this. I don't feel like I'm seeing completely different results. Like, I'm not unhappy with my results. They look good. I just don't think that this was better than anything that I ordinarily already do. I don't see that layering the 3 gels really made such a huge difference for me to layer 3 gels. And maybe it's the gels that I used. Maybe if I used different gels, it might have worked out better. It might have been less frizzy, or, you know, I might have had better hold than what I do with other gels. So I'm probably gonna continue to play around with this method and just use different combinations of gels in order to see if I can get different results that last longer and are frizz-free a lot longer, just because this is, you know, I mean, this is a decent amount of frizz for day 3, and with 3 gels and based on what I think the method is supposed to be doing, it just isn't giving me drastically different results from what I normally do. So like I said, it could be just that the gels that I chose, so I will play around with it, and if I find a combination that just blows me away and gets me better longevity and really good hold and little to no frizz at all, then I will definitely update you on that. But as of right now, I really think that I could have probably gotten actually better results using the Bounce Curl Gel with the Biolage over the top of it, because I love the results of the Bounce Curl. I like how light and fluffy it makes my hair, and I like that it tightens up some of my lazier curls because They need the strength and structure of the protein in order to curl to their fullest potential. And so I like that about that gel. It just doesn't have enough hold for me to get me through 3 days. So the Biolage on top of it would give me that hold, and I would be able to use then a little bit more of the Biolage. And because I don't have that gel in the middle that I'm using, I don't have the third gel. And so I think I would have gotten better results just using those two, or just using the Rizos Curls gel and the Biolage over the top of it. So those are my final thoughts on this method. I don't see anything wrong with it. However, I don't see anything with these 3 gels anyway that is so much different than what I normally get with just the way that I normally do it with 1 gel and a curl cream. Now, if this is a method that works for you, that's great. If you found some combinations that are really, really good, let me know those down below and I can give those a try. But I am gonna go ahead and cut this video off right here. So if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more content like this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're at it so you know when I upload. And if you have any questions or any comments, or if there's anything that you'd like to see, please go ahead and leave those down below in my comment section. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.